You know, it's been a long week and a long day indeed, dealing with all the corrupt and dirty police here in West Virginia. It really does blow my mind. You may remember the video that I posted to YouTube first, showing the police officers from Putnam County, West Virginia, sneaking into my client's house without a search warrant, without any legal justification, in violation of the Constitution, both of the federal government and also the state government of West Virginia. Do you know that before I ever first uploaded that video to YouTube or said anything to anybody about it, do you know what I did? Because I was doing the right thing, I gave the feds a copy of that video showing those cops inside that house. The cops had no idea they were caught on video. Nobody knew. So I gave it to the feds first. All they had to do was send an FBI agent to go talk to those guys and say, hey, were you ever in this house? What would have happened? They would have had them. If they would have lied, they had no idea they were caught on video. So I gave that to the feds first, and I did nothing, which didn't help my client at all, didn't help me at all. It was just the right thing to do. I gave it to the feds. Actually, I gave it to federal prosecutors. And I was told, all right, this is going to be investigated. Hold off on publicly disclosing this footage or what's going on. So I did. I waited and I waited and I waited. And I was told, oh, well, we haven't gotten to it yet, basically. Do you know what I just found out in the past day or so? Do you know what really happened? Federal prosecutors, apparently, we're talking about Southern District of West Virginia, with the footage that nobody else on this planet had that I provided to the Department of Justice, to the FBI. Do you know what happened to it? Federal prosecutors give it to the FBI to investigate. The FBI special agent, you know what he does? He calls one of the cops on the video, or multiple cops on the video, who he's friends with. And he says, what does he say? I just find this out because thankfully there were good cops at the Putnam County Sheriff's Department who performed an internal investigation, which I now have, that shows that they did look into their brothers, and they investigated them and they held them accountable. But what did the FBI do? The FBI called these guys and they leaked the fact that I had that video. Not only that, they said some jackleg lawyer who sues cops has gotten a hold of this video. Mind you, I hadn't even uploaded it yet to YouTube. But this jackleg lawyer somehow got this video, and somehow, he lamented, got it into the hands of federal prosecutors. Otherwise, he implies it never would have even made it to that point. So he's got to pretend that he's investigating. So what does he do? He leaks the existence of this footage. He leaks the fact that these guys were caught on video in the house. He leaks all the details of this footage to the officers he's supposed to be investigating. This is an FBI special agent. Calls me a jackleg for giving it to the federal government to investigate cops who undisputedly were illegally inside the home of an American citizen. Undisputedly, who did not have a search warrant. Undisputedly, who climbed in the window of the home of an American citizen. But yet I'm a jackleg because I provided that video to federal prosecutors. And now he has to go through the motions of performing an investigation. You know what he says? Hey, well, let's just go get a beer. Not only does he tip him off first before supposedly questioning him, says, let's go get a beer and talk about it. And then offers him a job, apparently. It looks like there are 2 FBI agents who are involved here. So not only do we have to deal with corrupt cops on the state level, who are you going to call? Who are you going to tell? You go to the FBI, they go right to them behind the scenes and leak everything you just told them. This is I know the FBI has had problems recently, but I never, ever would have expected this. I never would have expected that level of corruption. And we're not talking about politics. This is not politics. This is just straight up what they're supposed to be doing. This is just an allegation of police misconduct. This is absolutely unreal. So thankfully, investigators discovered, and this is all on recorded statement, this officer from the video describing the surreal conversation with an FBI agent who tipped him off about the video that I had. Tipped him off and said it was unusual that federal prosecutors had gotten a hold of this video. So now they had to backpedal, take it away from the federal prosecutors and say, we're going to look into this stuff, when they really weren't going to look into this stuff. But don't worry, don't tell your bosses about it because it's not an official investigation. Is this illegal or is this illegal? This is absolutely insane. This is a disgrace, Who is going to take care of this? Who is going to take care of this? Who is going to take care of a corrupt FBI agent that's in West Virginia? If the police harm you, if the police violate your civil rights, who are you going to go to? You can't go to the FBI? Who's the only person you can go to? Me? That's it? Am I the only I'm just a civilian? There's no one else you can go to that the FBI is corrupt? This is absolutely a disgrace. This is insane. And